Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, no need to fear. Friendly neighborhood light skin is here, and in today's video, we are reacting to Clavicular irreversibly destroys his body. Now, last I've heard of Clavicular is when he got into the accident where he basically ran over the dude with his Tesla truck, right? And I think it ended up coming out that the dude passed away. I think that's what ended up coming out. He passed away. I'm pretty sure. Um, yeah, in the last video, I left off with the if y'all thought he was gonna go to jail or not. I think just due to the people he has in his corner, I don't think he goes to prison. But I do think that he gets some type of probation or something for this, you know. But now apparently Clavicular has done even more crazy stuff. So with that being said, let's go and get to the video and see what Clavicular is up to now.
We're gonna get Nick on roids, guys. I think.
Yes, I'm getting on Tren. We're gonna do a protocol.
Not Tren.
Man, I can't believe we're actually in the day and age where people are unironically pushing steroids, PEDs, and protocols like Tren and Anavar to people who don't actually need them. Like, we've actually moved beyond the memes of hopping on a cycle and eating trenbolone sandwiches to actually now, unironically, having this as a normalized option.
Oh, the thing about steroids that happens to a lot of people is you talk about steroids. You know, they're good if you do them right, but you really have to give people the most comprehensive, cycle and advice, or else they'll turn to shit. Steroids, if you just use testosterone without any of the cycle support and the blockers, you're going to descend. You're going to looks minimize rather than looks maximize. Your hairline's going to fall.
Low key, Clavicular is a big reason why social media. Well, it's not. Well, you can kind of attribute this to Clavicular. This is why I feel like when I have kids, bro, they can't have phones till they're like teenage to where they can comprehend that like certain things like you shouldn't do. Clearly, Clavicular got a phone in his hand too early in life because they said he was doing steroids at what, 14, 15, something like some obscene age to where like you don't really understand what you're doing at that age and how that could really mess you up. And yeah, the fact that there's kids watching Clavicular and they're gonna be like, yeah, well, Clavicular does it. He did it young, so I'm gonna go in and hop on this gear run. Man, this is influencing a generation in the wrong way, brother.
Get a giant head.
Yeah.
Yes, basically you're gonna look like Joe Rogan. I'm sorry, Joe Rogan. You having to catch these unnecessary strays because Clavicular over here wants to push PEDs to the normie population and especially his kid audience. Let's be honest here. A lot of disgruntled, lost, edgy teenage boys with no real male role model in their lives aside from Clavicular are actually gonna be taking his advice and potentially hopping on a
cycle and ruining their life all because of something somebody on social media told you to do, bro. Yeah, my kids 13, 14, 15 when they get a phone, bro.
Tren, Anavar, whatever, testosterone, with potentially hopping on dutasteride or what is a finasteride to combat the balding effects.
So do you have any interest in looks, or are you just gonna go?
I don't know. What would I do? So if I'm looks maxing, what am I gonna do? What's my first move?
We talked about the age a little bit. But how's the hairline?
My age.
So
my hairline. I have a V-shaped hairline, but it's not receding.
No, it's always been like that.
Yeah.
Is that cope?
Since I was young. No, for real. Ever since I was in 8th grade, my hairline's a V.
Bro, is that supposed to be a bad hairline? Like, Chris, let's go back. This man's showing his hairline, bro. What is he, 26 right now? His hairline is perfectly fine. And Clavicular has the audacity to say, is that cope? Meaning, like, are you serious? Like, bruh, this is a perfectly normal hairline for many individuals. Like, not everyone is gonna have that.
Honestly, it's a pretty good hairline for 27. You know, there's people balding at 22, 23, 24. You know, I'm not bald, you know. I got the braid combo going on, but yeah, that's a pretty good hairline, especially because and I feel like in Caucasian culture, it's not even like you're supposed to have like the super square straight. I feel like they're typically have the V. It's more black people I would say that are like super square boxy type hairline.
Perfectly boxed and squared off tapered hairline that certain individuals out there have. And the crazy thing about this is this guy Clavicular, he's 19. Nick Fuentes over here is 26. He's 7 years older than him. And I'm not gonna lie, Clavicular's the one over here looking like
isn't this the dude that's like racist to black people or whatever? Yeah, I've heard his name before, but I never knew what he looked like. Damn, this is the guy. Damn. That's crazy.
He could be older than Nick, a father of one, a father of two, and a husband of one. Like,
Oh god, he do look older than the other guy too. But damn, that's the guy. That's Nick Fuentes. I'm gonna be honest. Nothing he would say to me, I don't think I would take anything he says seriously, bro. He doesn't look like a threat whatsoever.
again, I don't think any 19-year-old should be looking like this.
Since I was in 8th grade, my hairline's a V.
Okay, well,
But it's going strong. I mean, it's thick, it's faux.
for 26, yeah, it's.
Dude,
Oh, dude, I don't even get it. I
never get old, kids.
I don't even
It's
get
highly overrated.
Bruh, are we age shaming now with hairlines for 26? That's not bad. Again, his hairline is perfectly fine. Brother in Christ, for 19 years old, you look like you're pushing 30, and plus you're infertile. Not my words, his. He's actually infertile at 19 years old. Chris, roll the clip.
So right now, I am infertile.
Yup, told you. He's infertile, bro. Look at Sneeko over here.
But I'm not able to have a kid right now. But if I wanted to, there's a protocol I can put in place to be immediately good again.
Wait, why are you infertile right now?
Bruh, imagine being 19 years old at basically the peak of your testosterone and or quality of baby batter. Obviously, it extends for men, you know, well into their 20s and 30s. But the point is, this man is infertile at 19, bro. He took testosterone, bro. He started injecting himself with steroids at age 14. And basically, his body couldn't go through the natural puberty process to, you know, develop his own gonads and the ability to produce little sperm cells. And now he literally cannot, on his own, if he wanted to, with a woman, create a child.
So it's just like a negative feedback loop when you're, not needing to produce testosterone anymore because your body.
I wonder how Clavicular is gonna feel about himself 10 years down the line, from 19 to 29. I wonder if he's gonna look back and be like, "Damn, I did a lot of stupid shit," or if he's gonna look back and be proud of how he was at 18. I'm genuinely curious to see how that's gonna work for him if he even makes it to 29. You know, with the way he living, like he said, longevity is not a priority in his life whatsoever. So.
Realizes, okay, we're getting it from an exogenous.
So you're not producing any testosterone naturally?
No.
None?
No.
Bro, this is the guys you guys want to take advice from, and he's actually influencing people in the real world. Like, I just gotta say, I never thought there would be a day to where we actually are in the looks maxing, trying to look like a male model, to being infertile pipeline. Like, looks maxing to infertile pipeline is just one hell of a way to start off the year.
I
Never
don't
get
even-
old.
I don't even.
That's crazy.
But if you really were
26. I'm young. I'm a young man.
Nah, bro, you're unk, bro. You're unk. Anything past like 21, bro, unk.
Young guy.
And so, who looks older?
I'm a kid.
Chat, who looks older?
I'm a kid at heart.
I think he looks younger than me, which is problematic. So, but the thing is, if you really wanted to restore that, hypothetically, to even have a trait, even grow further than it's ever been in your life, you could use something called minoxidil. It's an oral pill. You could go to your doctor, or you could just buy it on the internet.
Damn.
I'll leave that up to you.
Now, clavicular is right here. There's a thing called minoxidil for anybody. And by the way, women use this as well for.
Hey, chat. Chat, guess what, chat? I had a yeah, I don't have it on here, but when I was 18 or whatever, it's crazy how things switch. But when I was 18 at the time, beards were like very much like in, and they were like, "Oh man, if you have a beard, like you're so cool," etc. Right there, right? But 18, my beard was like super patchy. It didn't connect in like the close whatever spots. So I bought minoxidil and I would use it to like fill my beard. And by 19, bro, I had a pretty full connected beard. You can go to my Instagram and look at it. Mac Knight. I think it's also linked in the description of the video. But you can look. I had a pretty good beard. If you go through my highlights, my beard was pretty strong and strong. And nowadays, the method now is the goatee. Crazy how that works, huh? I went and stretched and tried the Russian herb and get a beard, just for beards to essentially be nerfed. Crazy how that works, bro.
androgenic alopecia. So it's not only men who suffer from baldness, women do too. So minoxidil liquid form, perfectly safe. Obviously, just understand the research, the literature, and if you want to take the oral form, consult with your doctor, etc., etc. But honestly, if Clavicular just stuck to like scientifically backed tips like this, that is safe for most people, I wouldn't have a problem with him. But the guy literally sashes his face in with metal iron rods and started injecting himself with exogenously compounded syringes of testosterone, which is ridiculous. Like, this guy is crazy.
Hair's fine, okay? It's just what else besides my hairline? What's my first move? Do I go on testosterone? Do I get a jaw surgery?
I don't think you need a jaw surgery.
I would need to get taller. I would need the leg lengthening surgery. That'd be my first move, I think, right?
Or you can do that, or you could stuff the insoles into your shit.
Bruh. Now this man, well, Nick, I guess, brought up leg lengthening surgery or limb lengthening surgery to make him get taller, bro. And I'm pretty sure you guys have seen the clips before. People have done this before, and it takes a 1 to 2 year rehab post-surgery to be able to even get back to like being fully functional. Now,
That's what I'm saying. It's like, bro, is being tall like that worth it? Now it's like it's two spectrums that we can look at the whole limb lengthening thing, right? We can look at it from one perspective of it's like, bro, you were not meant to be tall. You know, you basically trying to force your way to be taller is kind of going against the way you were created, nature, etc. That like it's not natural. Like, you know, you could potentially not be able to walk, whatever this today, right? And basically ruin your life all because you want to be able to say on your Hinge profile that you're 6'2". That's one way to look at it. Another way to look at it is like, okay, cool. There's been cosmetic surgeries all life where people are getting lip fillers, BBLs, women to get their boobs done, etc., etc. So then men are like, okay, well, women can get their boobs done and get their butt done and look better. Why can't I get taller and pay for it? And which at the end of the day, bro, it's your money. You can do what you want, you know? Like, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like I'm 6'3", right? But say I was like 5'3", right? As a man. Right? I feel like that getting a limb lengthening surgery at that point is not that crazy. If I'm 5'3" as a man, like, cause really that's really either get limb lengthening surgery or just become a big booty Latina. Like, those are really your only options I feel like you have, bro. But if you're like Clavicular said he was like 6 foot or 6'1" or something like that, maybe 6'2". And he said he wanted to go to 6'6", bro. At that point, bro, 6'6" is a bit overkill. Like, you're already pretty tall. Like, most places where I go, I'm 6'3". Most places I go, bro, I'm usually top 10 tallest people in whatever room I'm in or whatever, right? The only exceptions are if I go to clubs that are populated by NBA players and stuff like. Really, that's really the mainly only people that's taller than me is like athlete, basketball players, NBA players, etc., etc. But 9 out of 10 times, bro, I'm usually the tallest person wherever I go. I'm usually top 10 tallest people wherever I go. So I don't think it's that deep, bro.
there was one guy who was like 5'4" who did it and got like 7 inches. He's now like 6'1" or some shit. And
Like, that's reasonable. I ain't gonna lie. Like that's crazy because 5'4", bro, that's a pretty tough life to live as a man, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, and if you have the money to pay for it, 5'4", bro, hey, like, you know, go for it. But yeah, bro, if you're already like 5, anything over, I'd say 5'10", 5'11", I don't see a need in getting surgery. Especially if you already have a 6 by your height, there's no need to get limb lengthening surgery, bro. Like, that's overkill at that point.
I guess it worked for him. He can do, I guess, most of the things he was able to do before. But guys, the surgery cost, I think it cost like $100,000. It took 1 to 2 years of rehab. And bro, like, I get it if you're like extremely short and you're extremely rich and if you want to do it, go for it. But like, for most regular men, average men of average height or above, you don't need that shit, man. And there's no telling the amount of.
Because the thing is with a lot of these things, bro, like looks, money, status, whatever all they say, I don't look at it as like I look at it as like a grade type of thing of out of 100, right? And so 25, you can either do 25, 25, 25, 25 and get you 100, but you can also do 50, 10, 20, 20, and that still equals 100, you know? So if you're severely lacking in one department, you can overcompensate in other departments to make up for it, essentially, to where like you don't have to do anything crazy like this. Well, I don't know, if you have a crazy, like if you're hella broke, you could run the Marlon method and just be hella handsome. Or if you're hella ugly, you gotta run a little baby method where you just get hella money, or you know what I mean, basically.
Issues you're gonna have with your bones in the future, man. Why would you even take the risk? And as someone so eloquently in the comment section said, looks maxing is gender affirming care for the woke right, which I gotta say is a hilarious comment. Another person said this video is so gay that it's making me think my politics just must be wrong if I agree with these guys. Oh shit. Right wingers might be turning on each other. Someone said zesty with this photo of Clavicular and Nick Fuentes. Let's not forget the photo of Nick Fuentes caught like this. A little old Nicky over here got caught in the worst way possible. Legs crossed, hands, the zesty eye look. I mean, the whole posture is just crazy. And apparently this is supposed to be the example of masculinity for right wingers in the modern day and age. Listen, I'm not, I don't want to bring politics into this. I'm just saying, bro, it's funny. When people try so hard to be masculine and like macho this, macho that, alpha this, and then get caught in crazy ass moments like this, it's just funny to me. Anyway,
all these other, sevens in the chat, all these other, soft looks maxers, I just think they're pussies,
Dude, yeah, man.
Raw meat, try steroids.
Yeah, that's
See, what are you afraid of?
Exactly.
The crazy thing about this is the fact that Nick Fuentes, he's literally joking right now, like he's being satirical, and this guy
Clavicular is taking him dead ass serious.
About, like calling quote unquote soft maxers pussies. I'm pretty sure Nick Fuentes was trolling this entire little interview collab. Wow, this man, he's legit. I think again, I've compared Clavicular to the likes of Patrick Bateman, Norman Bates, American Psycho, because that's genuinely what he gives off. I'm not gonna lie. While everybody else is laughing and understanding the joke, he's looking around like, am I supposed to be laughing here, guys? What's so funny? I guess I'll go along with it. Yeah, that's Clavicular.
Someone said what you're doing is Faustian.
Really?
Yeah, because you're like going beyond. You're like reaching outside. You're using the latest science, modifying yourself with surgery. Even though you're, in a way, you said this the other day, you might be like destroyed in the process. Like it might take years off your life, but it is about going beyond.
It has to be done, dude. I'm willing to push the limits so far on what's necessary, because just like the times that we're living in, man, it's crazy.
Yeah, this man is not gonna see 30, bro. 35, not much less 40, bro. At this rate, he's gonna be dead by 40, man. The logical conclusion, and we've seen it time and time again with celebrities and rich people and people with body dysmorphia, they never stop, bro. There's always gonna be an imperfection. They're never content. I gotta tweak this, I gotta tweak that, I gotta take this, and the next thing you know, they're over here looking like the Bogdanov twins with their 40-year, and I quote, natural transformation. Like, bro, this is how they look today, and here, as you can see, is a photo of them back then. They looked perfectly fine back then. It's just, this is body dysmorphia. That's what it is. And body dysmorphia is an umbrella term for many different issues with physical self-esteem and the perception of one's appearance.
We're gonna do what's necessary.
That's who we are.
To reach a giga chat.
Reach it. That's right. Leg extension, double jaw surgery.
Whatever it
cycles of
takes.
trend.
Yeah, whatever the fuck it takes. No trend. Cycles of trend, limb surgery, yes, all of that. We're doing what needs to be done to ascend, and then, what comes after that, I don't fucking know.
Yeah, that's The Undertaker, 6 feet underground. Guys, don't do this. Don't follow this guy. This is ridiculous. This is like, unironically, now I'm being serious. I advise against like probably 95-96% of what this guy talks about. I'm not gonna lie. Unless you were born like malformed, disfigured, a genetic abnormality to where a quote unquote hard maxing surgery would benefit you in your self-esteem. For everyone else, regular people, you do not need all this stuff. Just eat healthy, sleep well, brush your teeth, nice skin care routine. You can whiten your teeth and do all that stuff, but leave all the invasive surgery alone if you.
Yeah, again, unless like he said, you have just something genetically, like you're just cooked pretty much. And a lot of y'all, and you don't even really know if you're cooked until you're an adult, bro. Because a lot of times, bro, as a kid, I remember as a kid, I had really bad acne growing up, bro, right? Now, if you look at my skin, bro, hold up, where's my mouse at? Oh, here we go. You look at my skin now, I don't have the best of the skin, but I don't have no acne on my face or whatever. Like, my skin is pretty straight, I would say, and I don't even have a skincare routine. So, like, imagine if I did something with my skin, I feel like it'll be crazy. But with that being said, we're gonna wrap up this video. You know what I'm saying? Y'all boys, let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.